When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. He'll bring it out. It's worthy. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Iowa's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. While these two might have struggled to stay prominent on the national stage, the Cy Hawk Trophy always carries paramount importance.
And it means so much to the fans. Been to these games a lot of times, the energy is through the roof, and they both want to destroy each other.
And what's interesting about this rivalry game is it sets the tone for both programs. They generally play early in the year, and for the winner, it can really catapult you, and the loser's got to pick up the pieces.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Last time these two met, Iowa did Iowa things and won a close one.
Man, they do that so often in this series. They just find a way, even if they're trailing, to win the ball game. And Iowa State's got to figure that puzzle out.
Iowa doing Iowa things. Defensively, they made the plays they needed to make in that game, and they're going to have to do that again in this one. It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
That was an exceptional read by the quarterback.
And I think it's very underrated when you say, oh, just stick it in the belly of the running back and we're just going to read it. Well, the quarterback doesn't know if the running back's taking. The running back doesn't know if the quarterback's taking.
Open runway ahead. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Hawkeyes will hustle to the line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, making the play.
He'll keep it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Cyclones offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and happy.
And down he goes back at the 3.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
He's got it. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
A strike downfield. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Iowa State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
It's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home, they played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Robinson. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Going for the big play. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Great throw, great catch. I know you smelt the pylon and you wanted to get in the end zone, but now you got 1st and goal set up in a great position to succeed.
Wants to pass. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. This rivalry is so important to the people of this state, and it dates back to 1894, guys.
Yeah, it goes back a long way. When you watch the product on the field every year, it's usually low scoring, but it's a lot of physical, tough people on the field.
Yeah, and people in Iowa, they just love football. And this is a rivalry game that really hits home for so many. Regardless of which side of the fence you're on, in this game, Iowa or Iowa State, it means so much.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Hawkeyes send out the punt unit.
Number 11, on to kick it away.
He'll bring it back. It's Robinson. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engage, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. Hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights. Looking for a deep man. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. And the Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get them some more possessions. This offense didn't spend a lot of time on the field in the first quarter, David. I think they got to run the ball here and try to establish some rhythm.
They got to establish something. And you're right. You'll wear your defense out. Continue. You keep getting the football back to them, to the other offense, you're wearing your defense out, and you'll have no shot to get back in this game.
They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease to the left. At the 35, he's open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Throws for the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
The short hands, it's Lee. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Cyclones have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Using his legs, it's Lee. In a world of trouble from the start, and a massive loss on that play. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the ball is intercepted. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gain too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover and give up the yardage. It'll be first down. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Cyclones get enough for the first down.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. He's got a fresh set of downs.
He finds his man. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Number 83.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker off for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points up.
Off he goes. The 40. At the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Hawkeye.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Illinois. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Offense set on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass, using the quick game. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's going to pass. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. first down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. He's looking for an open man on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Worthy. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Line is set on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires left. And that pass picked off. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
It leads to second down.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. What a snag by the defense. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
He wants to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area. They forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
It's good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game. But when you have 2 longtime foes separated by roughly 100 miles duking it out for the Cy-Hawk Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
Keeps looking downfield. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Slings it downfield. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Drag him down after a good return on the interception. Offense getting set for first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Hawkeyes in the hurry up.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. movement here from the tight end. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today. This one from 34 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Off the play fake on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with it.
Trying to beat the D deep. And it's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cyclones! The Cyclones keep gaining strength, and Iowa State stretches out its lead.
Man, gaining strength, gaining momentum, gaining belief, right? Like gaining belief that you can get this done. Such a big rivalry game with so much emotion.
Yeah, Iowa feels like they're in a natural disaster right now. They feel like they're in a cyclone. They don't know which way is up or down. They are lost.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Iowa has the ball back on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
The give to the tailback. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Off play action. He wants to take the top off. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He makes the connection. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Snags it. Touchdown, Iowa State. And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. 13. On the run from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. 1st down to start the drive after the break. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab outside. It's Parker. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Got a man. It's Harris. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Look at this, taking this shot on the very first play. Catch is made way down inside the 30. Touchdown, Iowa State. Just ran away from the defense.
Well, I can't believe that this is how this game gets started. Very first play of the game, a shot downfield, and a touchdown. With all the buildup and all the hype, this is how we get started.
And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can he keep it going here? Ball carrier in space now.
Return to pick 6.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. It's a 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Makes a quick grab.
Well, they get positive yards here, but you have the sense they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. And the Bulldogs bring their punt team onto the field. And that sets up a return. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike. A one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Using his legs, it's Lee. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
The Cyclones begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Contact as he let the ball go. Oh, the pass is picked off. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
When the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception, I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Booker, Iowa State has the lead here. We reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the 2nd quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Rashada. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33. This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the wideout goes in motion. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And here's the handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of...
And he throws his third interception of the day. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
The Bulldogs hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Here's the handoff on first and goal. And that run produces a decent gain.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put...
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. That's an old-school leap, just up and over the defense into the end zone.
That running back needs to find a picture of that touchdown. Up into the air. He could frame that. It's a nice score to remember.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And here comes the Iowa State offense back onto the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Let's it fly to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incompletion sets up a second down. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Makes a quick catch. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, gets his feet set, he's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Looking to chuck it again. And it's the senior getting home with the sack. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. And the offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Ball handed off. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field.
Well, that's where you know a coach trusts the offensive line and his running back. Fourth down and short, no problem. Give it to the running back and the back.
Catch made down inside the 25. Finally brought down, but the offense moving close to the red zone here. The Cyclones with first and 10 here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, that is back.
And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down at the 47.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the option play. Defense all over the option play. Quarterback couldn't even get the pitch off. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Tries to get it to the running back. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it here. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking to pass here. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Chris, I don't blame him at all for taking advantage of this matchup. Put that receiver out on the left. If he gets the matchup.
Here's the first play of the drive. They start at the 28. Off the play fake on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing.
Touchdown, Cyclones. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take a deep shot here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you can...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. And that's a solid return after the interception. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. And it comes down to this. They need a touchdown. They've got some time to work with. How aggressive will they be? And here comes a deep shot. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
And here's a deep throw with the clock winding down. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact.
Pass interference. Defense.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
He pulls it in for a big gain. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
And the Cyclones line up on 1st and 10 now. Here's a shot toward the end zone. The pass is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return. They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Catch made at the 20 and the deep shot. Big gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking to throw it from the red zone. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. In these playoff games, it's win or go home. So one side can continue to dream about the national championship. The other side, suddenly, Kirk, their season is over. But it's been a good ride.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. It's easy to focus on the team that advances, and they should be happy, obviously. They had a great year. They're going to continue to go on. But the team that comes up a little bit short, you can see the emotion down on the field right now. They put so much into this year. Hopefully they'll be able to learn from this and come back even stronger next year.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
you